Have you ever stopped to think that some of the things you say might be sabotaging your life without you even realizing it? Simple phrases, said casually in everyday conversations, can have a much bigger impact than we imagine. Buddha warned about this centuries ago, and understanding these teachings can completely change the way you communicate and ultimately your reality. Lying might seem harmless, especially when it's just a little white lie, but according to Buddha, all forms of deceit erode trust and weaken character. Think about a relationship where the truth is constantly twisted. Eventually, the foundation crumbles. The truth may be tough, but it builds respect and stability. Picture a leader who always speaks honestly, even when their words aren't what people want to hear. They might not be the most popular, but they will always be the most trustworthy. Being transparent doesn't mean saying everything without a filter. It means aligning your words with your intentions. People who are known for their honesty attract strong relationships and real opportunities. If others see that you always speak the truth, they'll feel safe around you. Want to test this? Try going an entire day without telling a single lie, not even a small omission, to avoid conflict. You'll notice how your communication shifts and how people respond to you in a more open way. It's not just about deceiving others, it's about deceiving yourself. Small lies become habits, and before you know it, you can't even tell where the truth ends and illusion begins. When you live in self-deception, you lose control over your own life. As Buddha taught, the truth sets you free and makes you stronger. But what happens when our words don't just deceive, they divide? Words can either build bridges or create walls, and divisive speech does exactly that. It separates, weakens, and destroys relationships. Buddha warned that gossip, drama, and malicious comments don't just hurt others, they also corrupt the person spreading them. Think about the last time someone spread a rumor about you. How did it feel? Now imagine the impact of being the one planting those seeds of distrust. The poison of division may seem small, but its roots run deep. Most of the time, divisive speech comes from jealousy, anger, or the need for attention. People who stir up conflict are often seeking validation, but in the end, they just end up isolated. Instead of feeding into gossip, try flipping the script. When someone starts bad-mouthing someone else, steer the conversation toward something positive. You'll see how this simple act can break negative cycles and stop destructive energy from spreading. People who always speak well of others are seen as trustworthy and respected. If you want to grow both personally and professionally, you need to learn to speak in a way that brings people together, not pushes them away. But what happens when it's not gossip that does the damage, but rather harsh words spoken in the heat of the moment? Words can be like sharp blades. When used carelessly, they cut deep and leave invisible scars. Buddha taught that impulsive, anger-fueled speech doesn't just hurt others, it also eats away at the person who speaks it. Think about a heated argument. In the moment, saying something cruel might feel like a victory, but soon after comes the regret. How many relationships have been ruined by words spoken without thinking? The problem with harsh words is that they can't be taken back. You can apologize, try to make up for them, but the pain has already been felt. The solution isn't to suppress what you feel, but to learn how to express it constructively. If you're angry, try waiting before you respond. Take a deep breath, step away if you need to. Sometimes silence is the most powerful response you can give. And when you do need to speak, choose words that teach, not words that destroy. Those who can balance firmness with compassion earn genuine respect. Effective communication doesn't mean avoiding difficult truths. It means knowing how to deliver them without causing harm. And if there's one thing that truly weakens the mind, it's wasting it on meaningless conversations. Words are powerful tools, but when used without purpose, they lose their value. Engaging in empty talk might seem harmless, but over time, it drains the mind and steals energy, that could be used for something meaningful. Buddha warned that talking just for the sake of talking is a waste of our human ability to communicate with wisdom. Ever noticed how some people talk a lot but say nothing? Too many words with no substance can push opportunities away and create unnecessary distractions. That doesn't mean every conversation needs to be deep or philosophical, but setting a healthy boundary between casual chit-chat and a true waste of time is essential. A good habit to develop is asking yourself, is what I'm saying adding value to me or the person listening? If the answer is no, maybe it's time to steer the conversation in a different direction. Instead of discussing trivial things, why not bring up ideas that expand the mind? Reading interesting books, watching insightful documentaries, reflecting on meaningful topics, all of these can enrich your conversations and make them truly impactful. When someone learns to speak with intention and purpose, their presence becomes magnetic. People who know when to speak and when to listen create deeper, more meaningful connections. But if words carry so much weight, can they actually influence someone's destiny? Every word spoken has an impact that goes beyond the moment. Buddha taught that what we say shapes our karma, bringing either positive or negative consequences into our lives. Words of encouragement can lift someone up and create a cycle of growth, while careless words can spark conflicts that come back like a boomerang. Ever noticed how some people always seem to be caught in misunderstandings? More often than not, it's just a reflection of the way they communicate. Choosing your words wisely is a powerful way to transform your reality. Think about someone who constantly complains. The more they talk about problems, the more those problems seem to grow. Now, picture someone who focuses on solutions, who uplifts and encourages others. That person attracts better situations and stronger connections. A simple but effective exercise is to pay close attention to your own words for an entire day. How often are they helpful, constructive, or just negative and repetitive? The power of speech goes beyond what's obvious. It shapes who we are, influences our future, and defines how others perceive us. If words create karma, then speaking with wisdom isn't just good advice, it's a tool for building a better life. Now that you know this, the real question is, how have you been using your words so far? The words you choose hold more power than you think. They can open doors or slam them shut, build or destroy. Now that you understand this, how do you plan to use this knowledge? Share your thoughts in the comments and let us know your experience. And if you want to keep learning, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a thing.